Hey everyone, and welcome to this tarot reading. I hope you're having a good one. Sorry, I'm watching my dog out the window, wondering when she's gonna, pop off the next time. There was some movement outside. You know how dogs are, they like to be the eyes and ears of the neighborhood. Alexa, play some ocean sounds, please. Okay, so there's so much going on, you guys. A lot of energy right now. So I am doing this pre-recorded. Not sure when I will upload, so you may consider this timeless. However, please do use your own discernment when watching these readings and interpreting the messages, okay? You need to trust your own intuition, alright? So, what do we have today? Some of you thinking about some upcoming travel plans, which is very likely in the U.S. The summer holiday season kicks off at the end of the month, the last weekend of the month, Memorial Day. A remembrance of the armed service members who served in the military but are no longer with us. I think it started actually after World War I want to say, Memorial Day. Anyway, Three of Wands. Yeah, wow. What was I just talking about? Yeah. Movement is afoot. Yeah, where are you going, collective? So, some of you, this could be a place that you've been before. It's kind of in your nature, collective, all right? I feel like you're packing somewhat light, so this might be a short trip for some of you, okay? What else do we have here? Four of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is just kind of maybe some rejuvenation time for you. Clear your thoughts a little bit and focus on, like this Page of Pentacles here, it's like, don't overlook the page. It's, don't shoot the messenger here. It's just the offer will just be very clear, right, when you have some of that separation, right? So you may be needing some separation right now, or you may have received some kind of offer from somebody that you are considering, right? And the Four of Cups, I feel like you're very much in tune with this meditative state here. I don't feel like you're too much wanting, but it's like, it's almost like that preventative medicine, right? Like, that's why every so often like every 7 days you should make sure you have at least a day off or something, right? To kind of chill out, okay? Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, collective, I feel like you are very abundant here. You've created things for yourself that are bountiful, provide you with a nice life. Others may also see you as somebody who is able to, hold together or hold down the kind of the homestead type thing. Sorry about that. Like you're the number one, like you're involved in the decisions, right? Like that you don't necessarily delegate things out to other people. Yeah, and here's this tiger's eye for the earth, okay? For the grounding, all right, with these pentacles. And we also just had a new moon, so for some of you, you may have some manifestations that are going to start flowing more abundantly, okay? So I feel like for however this retreat is for you, if this is a staycation, but I feel like definitely with the Three of Wands here, a lot of you have like some kind of travel planned. High Priestess. Okay, wow. So for a lot of you, I feel like you have been using your intuition, but you've not necessarily been speaking upon the things that you know or have learned. And some of that is to protect yourself. Some of that is because maybe, there were people that were trying to impede your throat chakra, perhaps, like literally speaking on certain topics and saying like, oh no, that person isn't qualified, that person doesn't know anything, when in fact you do know something, either based on your qualifications or experience or et cetera, okay? Yeah. So it's interesting. All right, we're gonna keep going here. And what is in this third eye for the collective? And remember, not every message you may resonate with, so, take what fits and don't make fit, what doesn't, right? 9 of Wands, okay. So yeah, some of this embattled energy has come through, but what you're displaying is how you come out of that and how you stand tall and like what you do to fill your own cup and all these kinds of things. Okay, yeah, so you have the strength here on the bottom too. All right. So this High Priestess not speaking is not necessarily collective other people blocking you, but this could be some self-imposed, almost like a hermit type energy, okay? Because you could be gathering more knowledge, or you just may not be ready to deal with, you know what I mean, because you're on a different path, okay? And I think with that separation here, that's going to be more clear, all right? So also some of you may have some kind of like a blog, perhaps. You could have some kind of, TikTok account, channel where you have followers or something. There's some kind of thing where your knowledge and your expertise is desired, okay? From a universal perspective, okay? So again, and you might be discovering this as well. Maybe you're uncovering some of this that you've realized that some people wanted you to stay silent, or wanted you like, oh, we'll sit down over there and like you don't need to be doing that, or like whatever it is, right? Yeah. Okay. 8 of Swords. Interesting. I told her not to get up in her head about it, but you know how it is. People just can't keep their big fat traps shut. And wow, this is so strong, you guys. Like, it's worse than like, it's this mental deception that, yeah, it's like, and I hate the whole like, when readers say like, people trying to do, spell work on you or magic on you, but if you're not talking well of somebody, right, then that's not exactly, right, wishing well for them. Whereas here, collective, this is your overall energy, the Lovers here. And ironically, Gemini is coming up after what? Taurus, right? Okay, in the summertime. So in the summertime, some of you may be meeting, or interacting with whoever this is, right, that you currently would have to make plans to go see, you know, in a sense here, okay? And it's almost like, yeah, how much time can I spend? What can I deal with? You know, because I still have, you know, X, Y, and Z going on, right? It's like, you know, collective, you're like, this thing is not on autopilot, and I have a lot, you know, and that's why you're just like, you're not just sitting around yapping your trap all day. You know what I mean? It's like you got things to do. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so again, that's kind of that self-imposed as well, right? Okay. And part of what you've been manifesting, I feel like, is this, you know, for those of you desiring a partnership or maintaining one, right? Um, you know, and, you know, in your heart chakra here with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you're entering any partnerships from a very grounded perspective, okay? If you need something to keep you grounded, perhaps consider the tiger's eye, okay? All right. It's very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and pull a second row, see what else we can find out what's going on here. In this energy today. I've already had a full day, but like, I checked one of my apps and it was like there's a whole bunch of jobs available, and it's like, oh man, you know, but I'd have to like clean out the back of my car, and like, I don't know if I want to deal with all that. Anyway, that's kind of what I mean by like, you know, taking it, like, I don't know if that's just something I want to take on right now. You know what I mean? Like if you had been, you know, more prepared in the morning, you know what I mean? Like something like that, maybe, right? But that's just not what happened. Okay, yeah, Page of Pentacles. Giving yourself some grace in the situation, giving yourself a new POV, right? Point of view. That POV can then say, you know, make you more appreciative when somebody gives you something versus like, you know, it's like when your boss says like, oh, hey, I have an opportunity for you. And you're like, I'm still working on the other 5 opportunities that everyone says are high priority right now. Right? But really, you know, if you think about it by itself, right, it should be like, you know, it's kind of like this opportunity here, okay? And I feel like this, just this movement in itself, you making these plans or having this kind of staycation is really going to kind of clear out some space that you just didn't need to be holding, and you're just starting very fresh, okay? So yeah. 10 of Swords, but this is everything is fine here, the Page of Pentacles. So again, it's more of a like, don't stress over it, right? Like just accept it. And you know, because like this 10 of Swords, at this point it's just kind of like, okay, you just have to accept what's happening, right? There's no changing the past, there's no rewriting it, right? You know, you can make an update, right? Like, you know, how they let you do in Wikipedia, right? Is that what this person's doing right there? Is like making their Wikipedia update? Which, you know, when I was in, I think it was when I was in college still, I think they said Wikipedia was not considered a resource, a valid resource. But now, I mean, that's like what everybody uses, right? Just for like general, like Googling stuff, right? The Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Cups here. So Yeah, being grateful for your abundance is going to be definitely something that kind of, I feel like, allows you to tap in a little bit more to things that are maybe like the softer side of you. You know what I mean? Yeah, for some of you, like gardening is nice and everything, but it's very hard work, you know, right? Like something that's just maybe a little bit more spiritually relaxing, okay? And maybe not so physically intensive. That's just kind of what I'm getting here, okay? And this Five of Wands, you may you may want to not like announce a lot of these things, like if you're taking time off here and there, because you may get like a lot of people interested in your attention, or like if people know you're single, right? And it's like, you know, maybe that's just not the best thing to broadcast. And see, this is kind of like this high priestess thing. It's like, are you gonna, you know, make an announcement in the front of the newspaper? Like, no, you know what I mean? But it's like, yeah, it's your thing to tell or whatever. But it's like, you know, all good things in all good time, right? Okay, King of Pentacles, yeah. Now, King of Pentacles can be a little stubborn, but I feel like somebody like this collective, if this is who you end up kind of meeting or running into, okay, they are going to be very supportive of you, um, you know, not say worrying yourself with um, certain details, okay? Um, yeah, which I know kind of sounds strange with the King of Pentacles, but it's just, that's what I'm getting. Anyway, that's Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo as well. And again, we have all these pentacles out here. Oh, look, how about that? The Ten of Swords again. So, it's like they just can't stop picking at you. Fuck off, right? Like, it's kind of like people that watch these readings and then they get angry about it, and it's like, you know, just stop watching. You know, there's a reason I don't watch Fox News, because it makes me mad a lot of times, so I don't watch it. You know, it's common sense. It's not rocket science, okay? So yeah, you're just kind of, you know, calling a spade, right? Like, don't, you know, don't piss on my shoe and tell me it's raining, right? Okay. Knight of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There could be somebody else moving quickly towards you, collective, wanting to communicate something. I don't feel like they're necessarily a part of this situation, but in a sense, it's like they kind of, I don't know. I feel like this King of Pentacles here is the stronger energy, you know, and of course, coming out as a king versus a knight. There could be a knight in your energy currently that's just maybe making you feel better about the situation, I would say. You know, kind of like somebody that's, again, somebody that you want to communicate with, but like, I also was getting that they're not a part of like some of this kind of background noise that you've had to deal with, or, you know, like a reason why you're kind of maybe, you know, trying to make some stealthier moves than, you know, in the past, and being open about everything, because, you know, that's when people wanted you to be like all worried about stuff, and you're like, and I'm not, and that's not how this reading started off at all, collective. So, you know, if if I'm the person that's representative of the Knight of Swords in this reading telling you that, then so be it, right? versus somebody else. That's the level of the. It's not necessarily like this, like, oh, somebody on this white horse is coming to save me and be my romantic getaway partner. No, that's not necessarily. Again, the King of Pentacles earlier, what I was getting is the more like supportive, soft type energy. So again, I feel like somebody that doesn't want you to work, like, you know, to the bone, right? I'm not saying it's like Destiny's Child, pay my bills type thing, but it's like, you know what I mean? Somebody that doesn't like make you feel bad for like they like, oh my, you know what I mean? It's like, some people, gift giving is part of their love language. So if they run across a partner who's very stingy, then it's kind of like, well, they must not really care, right? Because they don't want to. And I'm not talking, you know, and then there's people that don't want to spend their cash and they have it. You know what I mean? It's like, okay. You know, but then they'll go spend it on somebody else or like a cheap trick, and it's like, well, I think we know then that we are good on that part of the business, right? Exactly. Like, yeah, deleting that number, delete. Yeah, you could be going through your phone right now, collective, literally, and like going through all those, like, you know, like, what was that number? You know what I mean? Like, that called me the other day. Like, you know, I'm looking things up and being like, delete, block, delete. There could, you know, and there's those people that try and spoof, right? And do that kind of stuff. So, you know, that could be some of that. There's just, you know, regular scam artists out there too, but it's definitely in the energy. All right, here also in the reading, because this came out twice with the Ten of Swords, because you're like, and you're like, final delete, you know, like, why? What do we have for this collective to help close out this reading? I've heard a lot of sirens today. It's so eerie because it's been like rainy, so you would think like people aren't like, but that's what I mean, like the energy's kind of weird today, you guys. Pillar of light, your vibration is raising. You are the oracle. This could be something that you're discovering. This could be a budding gift for some of you. You may just be finding out that you have a gift for, you know, like they say, the gift of sight, which would be, you know, which I would consider to be clairvoyance. And, you know, some people specifically with clairvoyance see that visually, you know, as if they were looking at a picture in the wall, except it's a, you know, picture in their mind, in their, you know, imagination, if you but it's kind of like a flash, okay? And oh my god, this is so making sense here, you guys. And I have a, it's like a and if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's like a deja vu, okay? That's what I was gonna use that as the thumbnail for now I know why I'm wearing a shirt. So if you've ever experienced deja vus, you know, kind of something like that, okay? So this, your vibration is rising, so that could be like, oh, Jesus. Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? Where are you guys going? Remember, we're going on vacation, right? I feel like we're watching The Price is Right? Which I've not been to many of those places. I need to. That's what I need to do. It's like, go watch The Price is Right or like Wheel of Fortune, and then like make the list of vacation. It's like, yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice. Okay. So for some of you, again, you could be figuring this out, and since if too many people know about it, you could be, you know, kind of feel that pulled in multiple directions. When, you know, really you're like, I thought I was going to kind of get away from all this, blah, blah, blah. You know, again, some of that, your self-imposed type, maybe keeping quiet, but not necessarily for long either. And part of that could be like just you having some kind of partnership as well. That could be end up being communicated. Um, but yeah, those deja vu kind of moments could be like kind of that vibration time. You know what I mean? And then, you know, do you ever get like, you know, it's like, whoa, when they say somebody shook, that's kind of something like that, right? Now, some of the people, they were getting shook because it's their karma, right? And you having this platform, this being in the throat chakra here, this being your right to speak, is somebody else's karma that they cannot do anything about. Look at that. Share your voice. It can't get any clearer. Come out of the cave. Persecution, expression. Yeah. You may have felt like you've been in hiding or have literally been in hiding. Yeah. And that time is over here. Okay. And now it's, like I said, this is more about you now standing tall. Okay. So whoever these people are that wants you to feel a certain way about you, like your self-confidence, again, if nobody else is here to tell you, let me be the person to tell you, okay? Hi, yeah, it's your reader here, hi. You know, Knight of Swords style, like this is super important, like, no, this is not your energy, okay? And part of the thing about the Eight of Swords, when you look closely, is like, see how her hands are positioned? It's like, maybe she can wriggle this, you know, wriggle this free, and then, you know what I mean? So, it's a projection, okay? It's like, you know, when you get into the haunted house and then, you know, it's sensory overload, right? You know, I had cousins and stuff. I didn't have a big brother that did that stupid shit to me, but you know what I'm saying. Again, I feel like you're very much have broken free from a lot of that. Yeah, initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Yeah, yeah. Spirit says you've you've charged away the banshees. So, with that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading here. Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Yeah, sometimes we step into these roles and it's just like, you know. Yeah, it's, you know, like when you're observing little kids and it's like sometimes they're just like they take to like a certain sport very naturally, and it's like, well, you know, you know, that's part of the, this isn't the root here, okay? This is part of the gift, you know? Let that be what you want it to be. Okay? That's all I have for today. Please do like or subscribe. That is the 100% free way. Or if you are able to monetarily donate to the channel to help support these messages, and that does help support, you know, my recording expenses and things like that. You know, because that stuff does get kind of pricey after a while. Anyway, which I will link all of that in the description box, and that is the only donation link that I have, okay? I do have a store link as well, but my PayPal link will be below. The 100% free way to support the channel is to like or subscribe the video. So until next time, please do manifest wisely. Bye-bye.